Hey. And just like that, you're tuned in to NaeTv. That's right, NaeTv. With your girl, none other than NaeDiva. Hey, y'all. First and foremost, I want to give a thank you to the man upstairs because without him, none of us would be here. Secondly, I want to give a shout out to all my independent divas out there. Hey, girl. All right. And as I said before, this is NaeTv, baby. And today is Girl Talk Tuesdays. That's right. Girl Talk Tuesdays. And what Girl Talk Tuesdays is all about is just simply girls having some talk. All right. So I'm going to throw some topics out there and we're going to talk about it. And you guys can always leave your comments and your feelings in the comments section below. All right. And we're going to have us some special guests from time to time. And they going to come and talk, have some girl talk with us. All right. All right. But for today's first episode of Girl Talk Tuesdays, we're going to just have a little fun and get to know each other a little better. So I'm going to ask some questions and answer the questions as well. And you can ask and answer questions down in the comments, okay? So if you want to answer any of the questions that I throw out there, you can answer them in the comments. If you want to ask any questions, you can put them down in the comments, all right? And make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. All right? So, first things first. Once again, I'm your girl, NaeDiva. All right? And first question is, what's my favorite color? Now, if you know me, you know. All right, my favorite color is purple. Purple, all right? That is my favorite color. I love me some purple. And if it's a good old, just chill day, I might throw on a little blue, as you see I have on today, but it's a Pacific blue. It's like a powder, kind of blue, maybe a little teal blue from time to time, but for the most part, favorite color is purple. But I will throw on a little blue from time to time, like the blue you see me with on here today. All right. Another question I was asked was, how many kids do I have? Y'all ain't supposed to be asking a girl how many kids she got on a first date, but y'all do it anyway. And guess what? I'm going to answer the question. I have two boys, all right? Two boys, 11 and 14. And woo, Chad. Woo, y'all see them little gray hairs I'm growing up in it? Yeah, that's from them. But at the end of the day, they the apple of my eye. They are the reason why I do everything I do. So it is what it is. Me and my two boys, 11 and 14. All right. Another question I was asked to ask here today, because I had asked my friends, guys. I asked my friends what questions would be good introduction questions. All right. So another question I was told to ask was, what's my occupation? Dang, y'all getting real on the first time now. Y'all getting real personal. But my occupation is, I'm a TA. Been doing that for a long time now. My dream is to own my own daycare one day, but for now, I am a TA. If you don't know what a TA is, teacher assistant. All right, that is my occupation. All right, another question. If y'all see me keep looking to the left, that's because I got my questions over here. Sometimes we forget, right? So if you see me looking over, that's because question paper is right there. All right, next question. um I was given to ask was, what's my favorite TV show? My favorite TV show. Now, if you know me, you know the answer to this question already. But if you new today, the Nae experience, I like to call it, then you don't know. But if you know, you know. My favorite of all times TV show is Law and Order SUV. Law and Order SUV. I love, 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 love that show. When I say I love that show, I love that show. That is my show. I think they on a 24th season, 24th or 25th season. But either way, your girl is right there with them. I love me some Law and Order, okay? That is my favorite, favorite, favorite. And now they have a new Law and Order for organized crime, I think it's called. And I'm all into that too, because Stabler from the original Law and Order, if you watch Law and Order, you know what I'm talking about. Stabler from the original Law and Order has his own Law and Order now, which is organized crime. So I'm like back and forth between the two, but my favorite of all time is Law and Order SUV. All right, that is my favorite of all times. Now, I also like 911. I don't know if y'all heard of that. That is a show about firefighters, and I love me some 911 as well. But if I have to say favorite, it would be that good old Law and Order. Another question I was asked, what you ask after your favorite TV show? What's your favorite movie? And my favorite movie, I actually have a few. Might be more than a few. But I'm gonna do my top three. My top three would be Love and Basketball, Phone Booth, and The Wood. Those are my three. Love and Basketball, Phone Booth, and The Wood. All right, those are my top three. Now, like I said, I have a few. That list could go on a little bit, but my top three is those three. All right, let me see. Another question I was asked, which I feel like is anybody's question, and it is, where do I see myself in 5 years? That's a good question. That's actually a question that you take out on a date with you. That's the question that you jot down and remember to ask. Maybe not on a first date, maybe on a second date. I don't know, because people be asking all these questions about how many kids you got and this, and that on a first date. So you might can ask, where you see yourself in 5 years on a first date. But where do I see myself in 5 years? Well, a girl ain't supposed to tell her age, but in 5 years, I'll be 40. Okay? Don't tell nobody. Actually, in 5.5, because we still got a little bit to go in this year, and my birthday ain't come yet. So yeah, I'll be like 39, get ready to turn 40. Shh, don't tell nobody. But I see myself by that time owning my own daycare and owning starting a few other organizations. I definitely want to have my own nonprofit organization, as I definitely want to do some other things, get my jewelry line, more up and running, clothing line and different things like that. So I definitely want to own a few businesses or have a few businesses on the horizons, but definitely I want to have my daycare in 5 years. All right, yeah, that's about it. I see myself owning my own daycare, 5 years, working on my other business plans and ideas and getting them off the ground if they are not already off the ground by that time. Continuing to be the best mother I could be, raising my boys, in 5 years. One of them will be 20. Ooh. Woo, and he'll be in college, and the other one to be getting ready to go to college. So see myself getting prepared for that and different things like that. Let's see. That was it for the questions that my friends gave me. They only gave me a few questions, y'all. But let me see. I'm gonna actually try to think of a few questions. Where do you see yourself in 5 years was a real good question. Real good question. How was it like growing up? That's a good question. How was it like growing up? So basically, how was my childhood? My childhood was pretty good. My mom and grandma was very stern. They did not play with your girl NaeTv, okay? They made sure I was doing what I had to do when I had to do it. They did not play. It wasn't no going staying out at your friend's house all the time. It wasn't no going out, hanging out in these streets. By the time those street lights came on, I was home or on the phone, like I'm on my way home, okay? So yeah, my mom and grandma did not play. Unfortunately, I lost my father at a young age, 5 years old. Very devastating. I'm still kind of dealing with it now, but I have gotten older and learned how to cope with it. But it is something that still bothers me a little bit. But again, like I said, my mom, my grandma pretty much raised me together, back before they were my two to go people, and still are my two to go people. But yeah, they were very strict. They made sure I did what I had to do. When I was young, I kind of hated it a little bit, but as I got older, I learned, that it was great that they were that way, Let me see another question. Another introduction question. Where did I grow up? That's a good question. Where did I grow up? That would be a good introduction question if you was introducing, yourself to somebody. Y'all was having a little chat. Where did I grow up? So I grew up. I was born in Newark. Remember I said my father passed. So when my father passed, me and my mom moved down south with my grandmother, and we stayed there for a portion of my childhood. And then we kind of got a little bored. Them street lights. As a matter of fact, it ain't no street lights down there. It's like, once it get dark, you can't even see past your hand down there, and it's a little bit more quiet, we wasn't really so much used to that. I was still a kid, so it was a little bit more easier for me to adapt, but my mom was older and was used to, the city life, so she came back first, and then she came back and got me, and I did the rest of the portion of my schooling and different things here, which was I think the eighth grade, 7th or 8th grade. I came back up here, and then I stayed and graduated high school and all that other good stuff. But yeah, so I was mixed back in. It was a mixture for me, back and forth between down south and up here. So that's why I like me some collard greens and some cornbread every now and then, because you know how they do, down south. But yeah, that's pretty much um it for the introduction questions. Um Again, you are busy. You have been tuned in to NaeTv with your girl, NaeTiva. Just before I get out of here, though, I want to put out a topic question, because Girl Talk Tuesdays is really all about topics. So we're going to be picking topics, and we're going to be talking about these topics. And again, like I said, I will have some special guests from time to time, and from time to time it'll just be me and you guys. But you can always put your feelings and your comments and your suggestions and different things down in the comments down below. But today, like I said, this is our first little rendezvous. So I wanted to, let you guys get to know me. And again, I could get to know you guys by you guys dropping your answers to those same questions down in the comments, or you can ask me, a few questions in the comments, and I'll comment back and answer the questions for you. But like I said, just before we go, we're gonna do a topic. I'm gonna give a topic, and I'm gonna talk about it a little bit, because again, that's what Girl Talk Tuesdays is really all about. So the topic is, give me a second, y'all, I'm thinking about a topic. Of course I was supposed to have a topic ready already, but yeah, I had a few, but then I didn't like them, and then I was like, nah, not for the first episode. Let me think. And the day kind of got by me, so I didn't think, but I'm thinking now. And you know what? Since we were talking about introduction, and we were introducing and getting to know each other, for those of you who don't know me, was getting to know me, and in turn, hopefully, I get to know you guys by you guys commenting down below. But since that was the topic, and that's what we was talking about today, introduction, I am gonna talk about, my topic is gonna be, what are questions that you think you can ask somebody when you first meet them? Because again, we're introducing ourselves. I'm introducing myself to you guys. Hopefully you guys will comment down below and introduce yourself and answer some of those questions. So I think that's a good question. What are some questions? And this don't even have to be for somebody you're meeting first time, taking them out on a date. Well, not meeting for the first time, but taking them out on a date for the first time, or anything like that. It could just really be somebody you bumped into. Say you guys are at the dentist's office or at the doctor's office, or walking through the mall, and you guys happen to bump into each other, while shopping, and you guys start talking. What are some things that is okay to ask? Because, sometimes some people ask you crazy questions, like, when you just got finished having a baby about a month or two ago, and you haven't quite lost your baby fat yet, and a person walk up to you and say, "Oh, you pregnant?" Or, "Oh, how many months are you?" So what are okay questions to ask? Of course, that's not an okay question to ask, but what are okay questions to ask? What are some okay questions to ask? Now, me, I think, it's okay to ask a person their name, especially if you guys having a little dialogue and they seem to be like, cool. You can ask them their name. You can ask them, what's their occupation. I think, especially if the conversation is, you know, continuously going, you can ask them their favorite color. If you're shopping and you're looking at an outfit and you're not really too sure about the outfit, I think you can ask them like, how this look, girl? Or yo, bruh, how you think this look? You think I'm gonna be getting all the chicks if I wear this? You know, so I think that's an okay question. If you are a guy and you're out shopping for a girl and you happen to be bumping into somebody very friendly and y'all having a little dialogue, you can go to them and ask them, hey, do you like this? Do you think my girl like this, or the girl that I'm trying to date or whatever would like this, vice versa? If it's a girl and you're shopping for your guy or your male friend and you know you're having dialogue with somebody, I think it's okay for you to be like, you like this? You think he'll like this hat? Think he'll like this jacket? I think those are okay questions to ask. Let's see what else might be okay questions to ask. You can, if you really like, if it's a male versus a female, like you have a dialogue with a male and a female. I mean, if a female and a male, excuse me, guys. If a female and a male is having like dialogue and you seem to be a little interested in him, you can, you know, ask him, is he single? It's okay, vice versa, for the male to ask her, is she single? And if so, you guys can ask to exchange numbers. I think that's okay. For even if you guys are in the dentist's office or the doctor's office or walking down the street, I think that is okay. Questions to ask. Now let's talk about some questions that you should not ask, okay? When you first meet a person, you should not ask them their age. Males, because y'all do that a lot. Like, hey, yo, how old are you? That is not a question to ask. You don't never ask a lady her age, especially not when you first met her and you try to get her number. You won't be asking no question like that. Now, for security reasons, when you finally do get her on the phone, you might want to ask her age, you know, because you don't want no problems or no issues, you heard. But not when you trying to get the number, you don't ask. Females, stop asking, well, where your girl at? Because, like, he trying to get your number. So, obviously, homeboy single. Well, hopefully homeboy single. Because, you know, sometimes they be playing around. But cut him a little slack. Don't ask him that question right off the bat. Okay, and again, like we said, don't be going up to nobody and saying how many months is you and you ain't sure if they pregnant or not, or when is you due. And that's for both. That's male talking to female. That's another female talking to another female. If you don't know that girl, or even if you do know her but you haven't seen her in a while, don't be asking her, how many months is she? Or is she pregnant? Okay? If she don't say that about it, you don't say that about it. That's not a good question to ask, okay? It's not. What is another not good introduction question? I'm going to tell y'all a question that I hate. And then I'm going to let y'all go in a second. But that's what we going to do. I'm going to tell y'all a question that I don't mind as an introduction question when, you know, somebody is coming up and getting to know you, whether y'all just bumped into each other, y'all happen to be having a little dialogue because y'all in a supermarket or in a mall or a doctor's office or whatever, or, you know, you try to kick into them. Question that I don't mind, that I actually said don't ask. That's crazy because I actually said don't ask that question. But I don't mind the how old are you question. I kind of don't mind that question. Depending on how you ask it, like if you try to ask for my number, don't ask me that question right then and there. But, you know, as you probably jotting the number down or put it in your phone, it's okay to kind of say, and by the way, how old are you? Because you know what? That's for security reasons. We just gonna leave it like that. For security reasons, I don't mind it because I understand, I get it. I know some females be playing around, sometimes you don't want to get caught up. I actually don't mind if a girl, and I have done it, I don't mind if a guy is trying to get my number and, you know, I would say to them, wait a minute, how old are you? So I actually don't mind that for a female as well. Like you asked that question. Even though I said that's a question you don't ask, I actually don't mind it. And I have asked it. Like, wait a minute, bro, how old are you? Because you look a little young. You asked me for my number. And I don't mind a guy, you know, asking, like, thinking about it. Like, even if he is trying to kick it or whatever, or even if we just bumped into each other, we just having a little minor dialogue at the store or whatever. He said, oh, well, how old are you? Because maybe something I said maybe made him think like, oh, she older than what I thought she was, or is she younger than what I thought she was, or whatever the case may be. And like I said, for security reasons, that might be a good question. So I actually don't mind that question, even though I said don't ask it. I actually don't mind it. But it's a way about accident. It's a way about accident. So that's why I said don't ask it, because people don't be asking it right and in the right moment. You gotta kind of like ease that type of question in there. What I do mind though, what I hate, somebody tries to talk to me, those your kids, bruh. You still with me? Like, who else kids would they be? I mean, they could be my niece, my nephew, whatever. You know, some people say I look younger than I actually am, so they might think that's my little brothers or something like that, which is stretch. But you know, maybe. So I get it, but like, don't ask me that question, especially if you're trying to kick it to me, because then now I feel some type of way, because why you asking me that? Like, oh, so what, you don't want the double bill down? Because it come with a drink and some fries? Oh, you don't want it down? No, you got to take the whole meal, the whole package, boo-boo. Yes, those are my kids, and it's a package deal. Okay, so that I hate. I do not like that question. So if you catch me out in the street, don't ask me that question. You see it with me, those are mine, okay? But yeah, I just playing with y'all. But I really, really, really despise that question. Like, they with me. Hello, they somebody kids. But yeah, that's the question I do not like, and the question that I kind of don't mind asking. I mean, I'm not a fan of it, like, but I don't mind it being asked, and I have asked it, or whatever the case may be. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this Girl Talk Tuesdays. Girl Talk Tuesdays with your girl, NaeTv. All right, and you have been tuned in to NaeTv. And today was the first episode of Girl Talk, and the title of this episode was Introduction. So we was just talking and getting to know each other. So if you have any questions that you want to ask me, you can comment it down below, and I will definitely get back to you and answer those questions. And if you want to answer any of the questions that I was asking, you can also comment down below. All right. And once again, you have been tuned in to NaeTv with your girl, NaeTv, on Girl Talk Tuesdays. And I hope you enjoyed yourself, because I definitely enjoyed myself. All right, so make sure you continue to tune in, because this is not all to come with NaeTv, baby. It is more, plenty more, where this came from, with Girl Talk Tuesdays, Movie Mondays, and a few other things I got in store for you guys. All right, so make sure you guys stay tuned in. Once again, NaeTv with your girl, NaeTv. Today was Girl Talk Tuesdays, and this episode was called Introduction. All right, and if you want to see more where this came from, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to NaeTv, baby. Blessed and highly favored. Make sure you stay tuned in, all right, so you won't be tuned out. Peace.